Hi, I'm John with YouTube today. My name on here is invertedjokerr with 2 R's, and on Xbox it is mezzotagger. And today we're going to be discussing a Nissan 240SX build. So the first step would be to buy a Nissan 240SX. Now I just passed it. I'm a little drowsy right now. I've got 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. But here I am. I finally find the 240 and I purchase it. The next step is going to be to upgrade it. You'll see in a moment what upgrades I'm going to go with and which ones I will not. Okay, so the first step of upgrading would be to obviously go to upgrade shop, which I passed the first time again. I'm actually going to switch to the Nissan GTR motor, so I don't know why I bought the first upgrade. So we got the i6 twin turbo Nissan GTR R34. If you're not aware of it, i6 means inline 6. So these first upgrades, I'm going race on all of them, just the engine upgrades, pistons, displacement, you name it. I'm actually not gonna do the turbo upgrade as it shows I'm about to do here. Decided to not do that because that would result in around 1,000 horsepower, and we don't want 1,000 horsepower. 700 horsepower is fine for a car like this because it's going to be the majority of the tune is going to be for Maple Valley. So here we go. I'm going race springs and dampers. I was showing you the difference between whether you have them or not. The anti-roll bars, I mean, they really don't matter because if you get them, more power to you. If you don't, you don't. Here I'm going, on the platform, I'm going all race upgrades for the moment. Race transmission, everything, driveline, because the reason you want this differential is because you don't want a one-tire fryer. And that means a race differential in this case, means both of your rear tires are spinning at the same time instead of just one. Now here I go with the sport tire compound because for me the race compound seems too grippy. Now everybody drifts a different way. Keep that in mind throughout this whole video. Everyone drifts a different way. So if you feel like that is too swervy and squirrely, I'd recommend, going with the race upgrade. Never run drag though. That's oof. Here I'm going to 17-inch rims. So I think they look cool when the car slams. I was showing you the difference of what a 20-inch rim and a 17-inch rim is. That's pretty donk. I wouldn't do that. But here I thought the charged front bumper looked the coolest. I mean, I'm not really into all that ricey stuff, but the Origin front bumper is also kind of cool, to hang out over the tarmac, hit those clipping points. But for the sake of not being ricey, I end up going with the rings. The wing I didn't put on. I don't put wings on 240s. I think it looks a little ricey. But here I went with the charge because I might have went with the ings, but yeah, I went with the ings because it looked like it had a bigger exhaust tip. Okay, so the side skirts I didn't want to look ricey either, but I was just slowly circling on through them, just on a free little cycle here, and I decide to go with the charge. No conversions anymore. But yeah, here I ended up going and starting in on the tune setup, and this is the most important part. The front tire pressure I had on 16.5, and in the rear I went 37. Now keep in mind, once again, everyone drifts differently. Right now the gear setup doesn't really matter because stock setup I find to be perfect for Maple Valley. Now my camber I'm going -5 on the front so I can get more of a outward turning radius and inward turning radius. My rear I went -2.7, toe out in the front 5.0. My rear I decided to go 2.9, and my front caster angle 5.6. Now the springs, we're going to go 560.5 or 560.0, whichever one. I went 0.0 here. And the rear is just most important because it gives you the most optimal weight transfer you can possibly have. So you're going to go lower on the rear springs than you do the front. Now that'll help with your weight transfer once again. In the front, the reason the front springs are so much stiffer is for more handling. You want grip in the front, less grip in the back. We're going to ride height, 0, or the lowest you can go on both, front and back, which gets you closer to the road, more optimal grip, you know. Next, I was setting up the dampening. Front, I went 5.9, and the rear on Rebound is 4.4. Now the bump stiffness. The front, I went 6.6, and the rear 4.9. Everything, if you can notice, is going to be less in the rear. That once again helps for weight transfer. Weight transfer is the biggest thing about drifting. If you can't transfer your weight, you can't sit sideways turn 3 turn. Maybe on one turn, but you got to transition into your next turn and you're screwed. Now here, this brake setup that I just did, I'm gonna keep talking because the video's not anywhere near being yet. But brake setup, I went 35% and then 150% pressure. This helps tremendously with when you're running ABS, anti-lock brake system. We all know that. Midway through your drift, if you don't have on anti-lock brakes, you hit your brakes, you are going to spin. And when I say spin, you're gonna spin, because you're already sitting sideways, and that's just not good. Differential. My acceleration is 91%. That means my ass end is gonna be going. This helps when you first grip your e-brake to get your tires spinning, if you know what I'm saying. And then the detail I have on 50%, because you don't want your tranny or your drivetrain or your tires, your rims, what have you, slowing down really fast, because that'll screw you when your RPMs are going down. And you're doing that for the sheer fact of when you let down your RPMs, you're not squealing your tires. And yeah, so just detail on 50%. I know I'm rambling, but here in a second, right about now, we will be testing the 240SX. And I mean, I didn't do the greatest here because, like I said, I was so freaking tired in making this video. I'd got like 3 to 5 hours of sleep. But I'm gonna stop talking now. Keep in mind, you can alter the tune setup. My tune setup on this 240 actually has sold around 40 to 50 tunes on the storefront. Now, something with Microsoft, I'm banning off the storefront, but whatever. I don't need the storefront. I make my own tunes and vinyls. But yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking now. Keep in mind, everyone drifts differently. Alter the tune setup if you need to, because overall it is your tune setup.
Oh yeah, I'm brand new like you haven't unwrapped it. Head over heels, got bloggers doing backflips. And where I am, cause my fans are some practice. I could go for 90, bet the kid is match fit. Girls on my page writing Sammy is a bastard, thinking that he's special, but got treated like the last chick. Knowing that my fan base stretches like elastic. Jaw dropping beats like it's better than the last shit. But still, I'm in the paint by the basket. It's that one take, new flow, straight classic. Yeah, I see the truth shining bright if you look close. Rappers dropping names, forgot to add the footnotes. In all honesty, hating's not a part of me. Respect's in my blood, I don't need a bibliography. I show love, cause that's what I've always dug. If your ass ain't got a shovel, get the fuck out of the mud. A sandbox, some Smalls first time on a sand lot. Trying to learn the rules, maybe give myself a damn shot. Yeah.